We have some based takes by some quasi-famous people. I'm not entirely sure who this is, but I hear good things about Yellowstone. I know my folks love the shit, and it was wildly popular. Like 15 million people tuned into the finale, and yeah, by all accounts, it's not woke. It's apparently pretty good, and it's a Western, which is just kind of rare in today's entertainment landscape. So good on it. I just don't have time to watch any television and scripted shows. Just to leave me nauseous on the face of it. But based takes by good people, okay? Yellowstone actor won't attend SAG Awards over COVID rules. I will not get vaccinated. Based. That's right. You could just turn up, because most of these places, they just pay lip service to all that stuff. Just wear your mask unless you're important. Then you don't have to. Okay. Yellowstone actor Forrie J. Smith will not attend the upcoming Screen Actors Guild Awards. If he's taking these kind of stances, I would also bet that he's probably not going to turn up for the Film Actor Guild Awards. But due to the rules requiring all attendees to be vaccinated against the coof, the Yellowstone cast is nominated in the top category of ensemble in a television drama alongside Succession, Squid Game, The Morning Show, and The Handmaid's Tale. I've heard of Squid Game, but the rest of those, I have no idea. Remember when you could list like the top 5 shows on television? Like, that wasn't even that long ago. But now, if that's the best of what's on there, I think I'm glad when I punched out the last time that Sopranos was on the air. But anyways, the nomination marked Yellowstone's first major bit of award attention after 4 seasons on the air. Smith posted a video on Instagram saying that he's against vaccinations and thus won't be at the SAG Awards later this month. Is he against vaccinations or against forced vaccinations? Okay, or this one specifically because he's weighed his own personal risks, let's say. I want to apologize to y'all for not being at the Screen Actors Guild Awards, Smith said on his Instagram. I mean no offense to anyone. Oh, sounds like he's so totally against this stuff. He's just one of the mean anti-vaxxers, right? I'm not vaccinated, and it's a requirement to be vaccinated. I'm not vaccinated, and I will not get vaccinated. I haven't been vaccinated since I was a little kid. I don't vaccinate my dogs. I don't vaccinate my horses. I never had the flu shot. I never will. I believe they do things that I can't say on fucking stupid YouTube. It's just my belief. I don't believe in that stuff. Whatever. Okay, so he's a little bit more anti-vax than I gave him credit for, but whatever. That's his choice. Fucking live your life however you want to, dude. I don't care. That doesn't change the fact that you might be good at your job. Again, I don't know. He's not Kevin Costner, who I know who's on that show, because I've seen the promotional little gimmicks out there for it. So if you know the show, you probably know a little bit more about this than I do. So that's a good take. It's a good take in my opinion, because he only cares about what goes into his own body. He's not out here trying to proselytize to the world. He's just saying, I don't do that stuff, okay? So I won't be there. I won't be causing a fuss. Y'all just go have fun at your fucking hoity-toity affair, and I'm just gonna go chill out with my dogs and my horses. Based. Send me my stupid award in the mail if we end up getting them. How about somebody else who's been making rumblings, and this I think is his first admission, at least on the record, one way or another, because he's always just kind of alluded to the fact that, no, I don't necessarily have the jab, or I'm not against it or anything like that, but then he just comes out swinging on this one. A mean backhand, perhaps, but Novak Djokovic says he's willing to pay the price to miss out on Grand Slam trophies to avoid the coof vaccine. Based. Novak Djokovic has said he would rather miss out on participating in future tennis competitions than be forced to get vaccinated against coof, saying that it is a price I'm willing to pay. In an interview with the BBC, the tennis pro, who has not been vaccinated against the coof, was asked if he is willing to sacrifice being able to play in future tournaments such as Wimbledon and the French Open due to his stance on vaccines, and also the Aussie Open, which he's already missed out on. And France was like, yeah, no, we're kind of changing things as the days go on, so he might be able to play. Yes, I'm willing to pay that price. Good. However, the sportsman sought to distance himself from the anti-vax movement. No, he's just all about things I want to do movement. That's what he's about, and that's why I like these guys, okay? because to just blanket say what others should do, that's not what I'm about. And if you want to be like that and you want to proselytize that message, just know that heathens are the ones that pray in public. So you want to be out there citing Bible verses about the mark of the beast and whatever other fucking out of touch nonsense you want to peddle. Care about yourself and those that you have control over, and whatever else anybody else wants to do, that's their business. So yeah, back to what Djokovic had to say. However, the sportsman sought to distance himself from the anti-vax movement, stating that his decision not to get the shot comes down to his job role as an athlete and the fact that he is conscious of everything he puts into his body. I was never against vaccination, he said. I understand that globally everyone is trying to put in a big effort of handling the virus and seeing hopefully an end soon to this virus, and vaccination was probably the biggest effort that was made. Probably half of the planet was vaccinated. All right. But I've always represented and supported the freedom to choose what you put into your body, and for me that is essential. Yep. That's all this is about. That's what the truckers in Ottawa are doing, okay? They're not about saying, oh, just throw all the vaccines into the I don't know, field or something. I don't fucking know. They're not out here like stupid Jenny McCarthy saying things about the tism and getting the fucking any jabs beforehand. It's funny how that bitch got fucking put in a fridge over the past couple of years, but I guess her craziness has been overshadowed by her ex-husband at this point. But no, the truckers in Ottawa, they're all about dropping the mandates, stop the tracking by the government, okay? And that's what generally level-headed people have had to say about this grand narrative that vaccines are so safe and effective. That's why we have to force you to take them. Okay, cool. For me, as an elite professional athlete, I always have carefully reviewed and assessed everything that comes in, from the supplements, the food, the water that I drink, and the sports drink, anything really that comes into my body as fuel. Based on the information that I got, I decided not to take the vaccine as of today. However, Djokovic, who has won the French Open twice, Wimbledon 6 times, said the decision that he is open-minded about getting the vaccine in the future because we are all trying to find collectively a best possible situation to end COVID. But again, it's always his right. It reserves the right to get the poke in the future, but it's always going to be his choice. Nobody's going to twist his arm in order to do it. Tennis Pro added that he understands the consequences of my decision, one of which was being able to play in Australia. I was prepared not to go, but then that entire muddle fuck that happened there. Okay, you can come. Okay, we're going to give you an exemption. Don't worry about it. Okay, actually, we're going to take away your exemption. Oh, okay, you want a court hearing in order to stay in the country and participate in the Aussie Open? No, actually, we're just going to throw you out because reasons. Oh, okay, cool. Djokovic was deported from Australia on January 16th before the first Grand Slam tournament of the year after having his visa cancelled by Australian Immigration Minister Alex Hawke on January 14th after he went through all of the rigmarole in order to get the exemption. Lawyers for the Serbian player contended that he should be allowed to stay in the country and compete under a medical exemption for the vaccination because he had tested positive for the virus in December. However, he subsequently lost a court battle and had the cancellation of his visa overturned and was forced to leave in Australia under insane logic from the judge that was there. But again, it's over and done and dusted. Gilles Moretin, sure, president of the French Tennis Federation, has previously said that the organization was working on welcoming unvaccinated foreign athletes ahead of the French Open, which is set to start on May 22nd. My guess, he's going to play in it because all of this shit by May 22nd, just a look at the different mandates that are dropping by the wayside. You'd have to think, one would surmise that most of this shit is going to be fucking over. Depends on what happens in the fall. Once this shit it just comes back around. But the French government, which has a multitude of weird things going on right now, there's an election on the horizon, by the way. France's vaccine pass law went into effect across the country on January 21st and requires people to have certificate of vaccination to enter public places such as restaurants, cafes, cinemas, and long-distance trains. Funny thing about that, one of the big benefits of being part of the European Union is free travel. Now just show your papers in order to go into anywhere. Cool. Really free, huh? Now, as far as Roland Garros is concerned, it's in May. The situation may change between now and then, and we hope that it is more favorable. So we'll see. It's clearly there's no exemption, the ministry stated. Sure, pal. However, the vaccine passport can also be used by individuals who have tested positive for the COOF and recovered within the past 6 months, because that's how natural immunity works. It only works for 6 months, right? According to French fucking officials. Whatever, just stick to wine and cheese, you freaks. Djokovic tested positive for the virus on December 17th. This means he could potentially travel to the country up until June without getting vaccinated, according to the report. Meanwhile, the UK government has declined to say whether or not Djokovic will be able to take part in Wimbledon this year if he remains unvaccinated. What mandates and what rules are still in place in the United Kingdom? Everything's been dropped there, specifically in Britain, so I don't know what they can point to. Current rules for the unvaccinated travelers to the UK means that they only have to take pre-departure and post-departure tests, but are not required to isolate unless they test positive for the virus, which is the way, if you're going to be doing any of this nonsense, that's as far as this shit should go. If you're sick, stay away, okay? I can understand that. Mandatory masks and enclosed places and vaccine passports that were previously required to enter nightclubs and large events have also been scrapped, although organizations can still choose to use the NHS COVID pass if they wish to do so. And then there's also a fourth major when it comes to tennis as well, and that's the US Open, but that's not until September. I think that's in August anyways, but that's also in New York, and crazy shit should be happening there, so we'll see what happens. But at least it's good to see that there's some people in high profile situations that are, having good takes on this stuff. You see it from tertiary actors all times, okay? See somebody's, I don't even know who this was, but I seen it. It's like somebody's wife is somebody who is purported to be famous. His wife was saying something about mask mandates and whatever. But when it comes from the most famous tennis player in the game today, okay, and when it's coming from somebody who's on the most popular show on television and it's actually getting coverage, it's not like on the back pages of some fucking fringe outlet, our shit's breaking through. And I think we've been on the tail end of this for a while, and yeah, it's starting to become far more obvious, so you'll love to see it. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. Why don't you follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.